All praise to the Most High. I hope you guys are doing amazing. I literally just got woken out of my sleep with a dream, and God wanted me to hurry up and deliver this to you guys. This is a very deep message for my people who are chosen or that's just really been following God's path and what He's been telling you to do. So in this dream, I was asking, and I'm gonna break down everything what this dream means, okay? So in this dream, I was alone. It was like I was in the middle of nowhere and I was asking, like in the wilderness, basically, asking, like, is it okay to eat elephant meat? Is it okay to eat elephant meat? And this big elephant started running towards me, trying to crush me and kill me. But while I was running towards me, I started screaming, but I don't want to eat elephant meat. I don't want the elephant meat. And the elephant was running and it literally trampled on top of me, but it didn't kill me. And I woke up. So I'm gonna give breakdown what everything meant. So the isolation, the alone time, basically being alone, that's what it was a representation of. So if you feel alone, if you've been going through the journey or this walk with God alone, that was the isolation, what it represented in the dream, in the middle, being in the middle of the wilderness, going through your storm. So me calling out, is it okay to eat elephant meat, was a representation of being curious and making sure you're living your life right through God, which is what I have been doing as well. I've been looking up everything, like if I'm unsure of anything, if I feel like this isn't right, or if I'm walking off the path, or if feel like I'm getting tempted. I've been looking up God's scriptures, looking up biblical things, looking up the meaning of everything, just so I'm not, falling off track. So I was asking, and it was not necessarily that I wanted to do the thing, but I was asking to make sure that, is it okay or if it's not okay? So basically being curious and making sure that I'm pleasing God. And so I looked up what the meaning of elephant meant, and two things came up, which is basically straight on, especially if God's been showing you that He's about to bless you. If God's been showing you He's really about to bless you, pay attention, because when I looked up what an elephant means, the first thing that came up was that elephants means royalty, finest things, with the finest of things, material things, like really being blessed in the material world. And that doesn't necessarily means for you to get the blessing and splurge or shop or anything like that. It just means that it's basically a representation of a blessing, being blessed with abundance of nice things or whatever God wants to give you. So that's one of the things that came up. And then the second thing that came up was an elephant represents temperance and self-control. Okay, so because you're having temperance and because you're having self-control, the enemy does not like that. Okay, the enemy doesn't like that. He wants to kill you. He wants to try to use whatever you like, your weaknesses, your temptations, to try to kill you. Okay, so if, for instance, if you know you like nice things and God gives you all this money, is to have self-control, making sure you have self-control, making sure you're spending this money wisely, making sure you're doing these things right by God, and having self-control and having temperance, not just blowing it, not just doing that. And because you are not wanting to do that, because you are seeking to please God, is pissing the enemy off, is really upsetting him. So he's trying to find ways to attack you and trying to turn the goodness of what God gives you against you. So definitely be careful. And this was a warning to those who needs to hear it. So if you're going through attacks, or you start experiencing mental attacks, or you start feeling like you're being tempted to go back to things, or being tempted to do anything wrong when it comes to God, make sure you taking it to God and make sure you pray, okay? Because that big elephant was trying to crush me. Like, it would not stop. Even when I was screaming, like, I was like, I don't want to eat the elephant meat. I don't want to eat the elephant meat. And then also I Googled what is it forbidden to eat elephant meat. Of course, I know we should not eat elephant meat, but I just wanted to Google it, and it says to eat elephant meat is forbidden. So the enemy was upset because I did not want to do what was forbidden by God, because I was trying to live my right life right by God. So just make sure you stay on the right path. If you are, you're doing a good job, and continue to do a good job, because it's really upsetting the enemy. And all these attacks that we being sent mentally and keeping us up late at night and popping up in the middle of the night, and all of these things is to knock you off your scale and to keep catch you off guard and things like that. But don't worry, man. Don't worry. All of this will soon. Not saying that we won't still keep having to go through trials and tribulations and going through different things, but this is just another rocky roller coaster we have to go through just to get over the hump. Okay, so be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.